Okay, so we're about to do the Meet the Owner video, and we're here in Ramsgate in the 1981 380 Mercedes 380 SL, and I'm here with the owner, Louisa. Say hi, Louisa.
Hi.
So Louisa, we're just going to ask you a few questions about your ownership of the car.
Yes.
So how long have you owned this lovely example?
I think it's exactly 2.5 years.
2.5 years, okay.
Yeah, I think December.
And 2.5 years, and what sort of attracted you to wanting to buy one of these Mercedes SLs?
Well, I mean, listen to it for starters.
Yeah.
But I've always loved the Mercedes. I've grown up with them.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we had a Pagoda, and it was sort of just felt like I don't know. They're just the cars I've always grown up with. I feel comfortable with them.
Yeah.
And we'd never had this one.
Yeah.
This was the car I always wanted.
Okay. Yeah.
And my parents somehow tricked me into thinking we were going to get one once, and actually they kept saying, "Oh, we're getting a Mercedes."
Yeah.
And I was waiting at home, and I told all my friends that we were getting a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then they came home with a sort of estate.
Oh, really?
It was like one of the hardest moments of my life.
Yeah, yeah. Nice chap just waving us through,
yes,
you know, getting the looks.
He owns the barbers.
Oh, okay.
You do get a lot of looks in this car.
Yeah.
Earlier on, before you came round, there was a curtain twitching opposite, and this guy came out and he went, "Oh, you're not selling it, are you?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, we are actually, but you know, you could buy it if you want it." And he said, "Oh no, Mrs. wouldn't let me have a nice car, but I like looking at it in the street." So it's sort of part of the history of our street there. No, so I've loved that. I always loved, and then we got a bit of money, and the first thing we said was, right, well, you know what we're doing?
Buying and selling.
We're getting one of these.
Yeah.
And we looked around for ages. We saw quite a few, but this one really appealed because, well, I really like the colours that we've got going on.
Yep.
She sounds great. She was sort of right for our price bracket. We were never looking for I've never wanted like a museum piece. I want a car that I can drive and enjoy.
Yeah.
And she's just been that. It's been amazing. Like sort of, you know that difference between driving to get somewhere and just driving because you just love driving.
Definitely
it just means
know that.
if there's an excuse to go, no, I'll go to the shops. Don't worry. Anything you need.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, you've used this car, like I say, you wanted a car that you could drive, not just something to stick away in a garage.
No, I can't. That's not me at all. I love classic cars. I love interesting cars, but I'm not a sort of tinkerer with cars. I need them to work and be my car. Otherwise, I think these cars, they're just. I mean, they've done so well to have got. You know, this is an 81 car, and it feels like the idea of sticking it in a garage and never getting it out is just cruel. It's just so much fun to drive. It's got to be out there having a fun life. Yeah.
And so you people who've seen the pictures on the website will have seen the hardtop is actually kind of an olive green colour, and the body is a white colour. So tell us a bit about the history behind that.
The roof is the original colour. The guy who had it before us, he bought it for his wife, but she was his girlfriend then, and he bought it as their wedding present. And so he sprayed the body of the car white and turned up to their wedding with it as a surprise, as the wedding car. But he only had the soft top on, so he didn't do the hard top. And I think for some people that's probably weird, but I really love it. It just feels really unique. You know, there's nothing like it, and people always say to me, "Oh, I knew it was you because it was the one with the the two-tone." So that really works for me, I guess. I mean, I've thought about respraying it different colours, but I think it's really cool. Yeah,
and I guess you know, the Pagoda before this series of SL, you know, they did have two-tone roofs. You know, I know this series didn't, but so yes, fair enough. It's understandable that you didn't do that. And then, how exactly have you sort of used the car? Have you done any sort of big trips in it in your time, or I know you said you've used it as a sort of a daily, you know, running around town and things.
The car. We split our time between here on the coast in Kent and in London. So. There's that journey, a couple of hours there and back. We've been up the country, we've been to Liverpool, we've been to Manchester, We had been planning a trip to Italy actually.
Okay.
With the top down.
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just use it as I'd use any car.
Cool. And then, what's your reason for sale now?
Yeah. Well, as you can see, we've moved to the seaside.
Yeah, we just pulled up now to the coast.
And this is a good place to live. We were in Canterbury before,
right.
which is lovely, and it's nearby, but it's in the town, and so we had a garage, and it seemed really straightforward, and you could just walk out and get in the car and drive off. But here, we thought we were going to get a garage behind the house, and it fell through. And so the garage is a bit of a way away, and I can't have it not in the garage because of the sea air. So it's just become that thing where it's, well, there are quite a few reasons. We're not around as much as we thought we were going to be. I've suddenly got a job that's got us being in Paris and Milan quite a lot, which is fun, but it just means, like I was saying, this is a car that should be used, and every time I see it now, my heart sinks, just because I think it's just sitting there. I can't, it's awful. It's like not walking the dog or something, and it just sits in a garage, and I hate thinking about it there. Like I say, it's like having a dog in kennels or something. It's not right. And it's coming up to summer, and I just think it, it needs to be with someone who's going to get the top down and have fun. It makes me feel a bit sad, but that is what needs to happen, because this car will be destroyed if it stays by the sea. And again, it's it's been around for so long, but that's not right for it at all.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks very much for that information, Louisa.
My pleasure.
Thank you.